Testing. All right, so hopefully that sound is coming in nice and clear. Yeah, I had a late start. It's been like an hour since I was supposed to start streaming. I started streaming about 45-ish minutes late. Yeah, I just had like a late night yesterday. Um, and yeah, slept through my alarms, but we are here. We're back. Um, yeah, so I took some trades on my passive live stream yesterday. I think I took about three. Um, and then um I think I posted like a couple of those trades. Two of them were losses, and then the other one was a winner, and that was just like a spike. It had like the price that had spiked, and then yeah, I just moved my trailing stop. Like if this keeps going, it keeps going. But I just took profit pretty quickly because I was like, yeah. So what I noticed just looking back at this, and this is yesterday, but I've also noticed this in other days, is that when you get these when you get these overbought, oversold. Yeah, when you get these overbought, oversold, especially um not there. I was at three, but especially starting right here, especially like in the Asia session, for some reason I look at them and they seem like they're more accurate. Like just like they're less chaotic, less of a mess, right? Because yeah, they're less chaotic, less of a mess. And it's like, sure, you don't get those huge, 200, 300 plus tick moves, but if it's more consistent, right? If it is more consistent, why am I not trading in that time frame? Like, because if it is, then it's like, yeah, it's only 56 ticks, but if you even win in five contracts on that, it's a lot. That's that's a whole bunch. It's calculator time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like using the calculator. I'm always like, how much money would I make if, etc. So, yeah, yeah. So that's about $1,200. So if we're getting better, more consistent signals with, um, and let me get rid of this because I put it back on the chart for some odd reason, and then it just added more mess to everything. But like especially here to here, there's divergence. Yeah, there's divergence here. That would be an excellent spot to enter. This was around 7. Again, what's terrible is, well, not terrible, but I have class. So this week I didn't because of the winter storm that we had, but yeah, for sure it is not feasible to do this, right, in the evening when I have class to go to, right? So it's just, I don't know, it makes it a little bit more difficult because that right here would have been excellent, right? Um, and then again, we had another one right here, around 8. See, I wouldn't be in class at this point. Right here, I was walking Sazio outside, like, why aren't I in bed? Because yeah, it was a late night, and I didn't go to bed till like 9, after 9, which sounds lame, but hey, man, and even here, right, around 9, it sold back down. So again, like if we're getting better, more consistent signals, then why not use those, right? Because what I notice is like this will chop around and do a bunch of stuff before it actually does, before this signal actually happens. That's what I notice, is that this signal doesn't always happen when this is chopping. I noticed that yesterday. Where is my, okay, gonna have to go for 2 seconds. But again, if these overnight, the overnight, the Asia session, right, is more accurate, then why would we not be using the Asia session? And what I like to do when I'm looking at what session, um, is I like to go here and then I like to, so I have this saved. It's Sessions by Lux Algo. And you should put that on your chart map. Dang it. 1 second. They're not going to let me because I have too many. Even though for some reason it let me put stuff on my chart. I think, um, yeah, it's confusing sometimes what they, because you're only supposed to have 5, but sometimes I've put like 6 or 7 things on here. Somehow I just squeaked past the system. Yeah, but not today. They're like, crap, we're not letting her get through. Oh, see, I think maybe because I have that other thing, I hid it from the chart. So now it's like, yeah, sure, go ahead, add some stuff. So let me just add I'll just do the Tokyo session. So basically you want to go over here and then you want to just change a bunch of this stuff. So get rid of the New York session, get rid of the London session, and then get rid of the Sydney session, even though there's like an overlap. Because see, City ends at like 6. So like the first hour that the market's open. So from like, if you can see this from, it might be hard to see, but from 5 to 6 Central Time is when it's just the city. So Tokyo technically doesn't open until 6, but this is still like all Asia session, right? So, but we are gonna get rid of Sydney. And you could change this color so that it's I don't know, maybe like make it a lighter color so it's not screaming on the chart so loudly. Like, I don't know, that's just too much. Yeah, so make it a lighter color, and then I like to um come over here and what session? This is session C. So yeah, I just like to do I think it's is it the boxes? No, labels. Oh gosh, there's one where you can remove the dotted line. Uh, but where is it? It's not the range. No, you need that on there. No, there's a way that you can remove the line. Not the daily divider. Aha! Range, outline. There we go. That's how you do it. I just don't like the dotted lines because sometimes you can't see, like if something's right on the line or touching it, like you can't see it. So I remove that. Then hit OK. Okay. So that way, if I want to look back at every single Asia session, right, I can just scroll. Oh, yeah, I can just scroll, and then whenever I see pink, I'm like, okay, this is the Asia session, right? Um, and the reason for that is, if I want to test to see if something is more accurate in the Asia session versus, the session I've been trading, right? If I want to test that, then it's going to be a lot easier to do. Um, Yeah, it's gonna be a lot easier to do when I can just scroll and see, okay, what are we seeing right here? And as you can see, we do have divergence here, so between here, even there, to like even here and there as well, and also right at the very edge, all of that is divergence, and divergence from this huge spike, and it did sell down. There were a couple, there was one, maybe two little fake out ones, where it was just a pullback, but then this was the real pullback to VWAP, which is what we're looking for. This one gave a nice pullback, but again, these are just pullbacks to continue buying. And then there were some false ones there. This is around 10. And then it finally did sell down. And then it started doing this where it was giving oversold, while we're still above VWAP. So it just stuff that's looking like pullbacks to continue higher, which it did. So again, yeah, if you see, well, if I see, this is my strategy. If I see an oversold signal and it's above VWAP, I'm just thinking, okay, this is just a pullback, right? Because we're already oversold. If we're oversold, we're trying to come back up, meaning that all of this is looking like we're just pulling back to continue higher, which is what we did. Is this that day that we had that huge sweep or no? Well, there was a gap there. Did that ever get filled? What happened? What happened here at 8:30 where price literally just gapped? Yeah. I didn't see that before. This was on Wednesday. Was that yesterday? Why didn't I see that? I don't know. That's so weird. Because it did come back, but it never actually officially filled that gap. That is so. I mean, well, price did come all the way back down, so maybe that's why, but that is so weird. I don't remember seeing that yesterday. That's concerning that I did not see that. Um, Yeah, see, price came all the way back down. I mean, after something like that, it would have to, but here, okay, this is the 22nd at 8:30 and the 22nd at 9. Okay, on here, there was no gap. So it went from this to 8:31. It came all the way up. So there was a candle that went like this, and it came all the way up here. So for some reason, that's 8:32 and 8:30. So where is the 8? Okay. Why is that so strange? So this is 8:33, 8:32, 8:30. The 8:31 candle is missing. It's not here. It's not here. This is the 8:31 candle on this chart, but on here, there's no 8:31 candle. That, I have never seen that in my life before, where there is a no candle. Gosh, I don't know what's going on. That is so strange. I don't even know. My gosh. See, I was talking about that and that. It's also creating another oversold zone above the last one. So let's see, we're tightening this range here just a little bit. Looks like we came up and swept some buy side liquidity, potentially not quite, not a full sweep. Let's see what we do. Coming down the clouds with fire, the whole earth shakes. All right, I'm gonna be right, but yeah, that the fact that Trading View is missing that 831 candle is crazy. Anybody? All right, so basically, I'm just gonna go back and I'm gonna, yeah, I'm just gonna go back and check over here how often that time frame is more accurate. Because I'm in my fitness boot camp right now, but right now I have to drive like an hour to get there, and then it's 30-ish minutes back because of traffic. But yeah, I think when it's closer, because when it's closer, like when it gets warmer, it'll be about 10 minutes from here. But I just want to see, how much more accurate is this during the overnight session when there's a lot less volume, but we'll check it. We'll just go back. But yeah, let's do that. Open up my eyes to the things unseen. Show me how to love like you have loved me. Like my heart for what breaks yours. Everything I am for your kingdom scars. As I walk from earth into eternity. Pet, what the heck? Hosanna, Hosanna. That seems like an outlier kind of a day. Wow, okay. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Very small range that time, okay. Yeah, this was just bouncing off that all day. Yep. And then here, it's just between this and this. That was a very, very low volume day. I mean, this was Sunday, so yeah, Sunday Asian markets, there was nothing going on there. Okay. So yeah, go back to sleep, buddy. Nothing compares to this. Oh, look at my lines I drew. When did I draw those? Oop. Yeah, after this, it was just pullback signals. After we bounced off of you up. Got quite a few of them there. But once we did come back to view up and we had that bounce, just kept going down. Below that, never created a new one. What? That one, and that one. These would have all been. Did I make this extremely small? Is that on me? Okay. Yeah, this is a slow market, so you're not getting anywhere near the volume that you'd want to get. But again, if it's still more accurate signals, I'd rather more accurate signals with less volume versus less accurate signals with a bunch of volume. But then it's like, well, what's the point? I have to put my liquidity on here, but it's probably not going to show up this far back. Let's check. Yeah. Whoa. Actually, while I'm here, I'm going to go set that up. So basically, I liked doing my stream all day because I don't know, it's just like, and like the reason why I was doing this, right, is for accountability for myself as I am, you know, taking these trades. And it's like, okay, are you taking the trades that you're supposed to take? And so it's like a mashup of this song. But yeah, so I found that when I'm recording, I'm a little bit more precise with what I'm doing versus when I'm not, because it's like, yeah, no one can see me. God can see me. Anyways, so that is, I don't know. I felt like it was helpful to do it that way. So that's what we're gonna do. In the name of Jesus, there is power in the name of Jesus. Break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. But yeah, I'm just gonna schedule another free chain. It's the name of Jesus. Of Jesus. Of Jesus. To break every chain, break every chain. To break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. It's one of my favorite songs. Break every chain. I don't know who that is. Okay. So I'm just over here and I'm creating another another live stream for oops another live stream for my all days. So Trudy Yankee Futures all day live. And I usually keep these ones unlisted because it's like, I could list them later, but it's really not important. I mean, I guess I could. No, I think I unlist them after. The other ones I don't. Do 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 do. Every time it always asks me, is this made for kids? And I'm always like, no. Oh my gosh. Okay. And, oh, next. And then we'll set this for today at, probably do like, probably do like 8 o'clock when I'll start this one. Okay, so we're done with that. All right, so that way. But yeah, so I'm just gonna do the same thing, but we'll kind of see what we end up doing as far as trading these stupid Tesla. I have Tesla car insurance, and they always want my money. Yeah, no, yesterday I had to overnight. I literally had to overnight my what did I even do? Yeah, no, so I had to overnight my hey, this is just a preview. Where's my actual thing? Hmm. What the heck? I don't know what happened. I broke the computer. But anyways, yeah, I had like like headphone wires and I got some Astasio messed up so much of it. So yeah, he chewed up the wire and he ate some of it and I don't know why. He just wanted to. So I had to Amazon Prime overnight new ones that should be here today. So, I'm a fan of those overnights, okay? 1 day shipping. It was funny, I was watching a movie. No, I was watching a show last night and they were like they did like a little plug for Amazon Prime. They were like, "Oh, aren't you gonna open your package? I ordered it on Prime and it got here just like I ordered it on Prime yesterday and it's already here today." And I'm just like, uh, and then I see the Prime box on the table, and you're just like, okay, okay, how much did you pay for that? Oh gosh. But yeah, no, I'm a fan, okay, not gonna hate. I do not like ordering things and then waiting days and days to get them. I'm the type of person, I'll order it and then I'm checking my I'm checking my mail, and I'm just like my email, and I'm like, where is it? Where is it? So yeah, that's 100% me. I am very impatient. Okay, so here we were in a very consistent downtrend, a very consistent downtrend. Um, that might have been a slight divergence, but it wasn't really. And then here we're just building up momentum. This is probably the last point where there was some sort of no, actually no, there wasn't. Just kidding, no divergence. And then we finally bought up just a little when we came down. This is a lot of selling, and then we kind of fell into this range here. I fell into like some overnight range, which we ended up breaking before the London session happened, and then it just kept going down and down. So this day, for sure, after that drop initially, and then it just kind of settled into a range. So, I mean, there's a couple of instances where it was close. Yeah, there's a couple of instances where it was close to, to doing what you'd like it to do, but then there's several instances where it just doesn't, right? And so again, it's not always going to be perfect. It's more of a thing of what works when does it work most often? Um, because there's nothing wrong with trying to um oh, 1 second. Yeah, so there's nothing wrong with trying to narrow my trading hours to specific times when it is more accurate. But again, I think there's no such thing as a perfect time when it comes to this, because in all honesty, you could say, around 5 o'clock it's the most accurate, and then you're like, oh, well, actually around like 6 p.m. is when it's the most accurate. There's really no I don't think there's a perfect time. There's times where yes, you're gonna get things that are more accurate where there's less manipulation in the market for sure. But again, on days when the market's just trending in one direction, or during periods when the market's just trending in one direction, it's kind of hard to um kind of do this, because it's like, okay, well, this is based off of yes, overbought, oversold, but also VWAP, and that being our center. And so if we're just trading away from VWAP and we don't really care to come back to it, we can't really use it as a center, because then it's like, well, we never come back to center. We never come back to the average, to the mean. So again, on days when we never really come back, it's kind of hard to see. And then we did right here. So overnight we traded so far away from it all night that finally we did come back around 7, and then we traded away from it, and then we came back to it, and then we traded away from it, and we came back to it, and then we just kind of traded right on it. um so yeah, but this kind of chop is fine, like especially when you're seeing stuff like this. It's like, okay, well, that's nice, it is nice, right? But again, there's no perfect time, right? There's no perfect time for when is the best time to trade, when are you going to get the right signals, because I think that's always been kind of my I don't know about uh what is this? Excuse me. Oh, let me guess. A rejection letter. It's funny when you apply for jobs like a year ago and then they finally get back to you saying, "Yeah, here's a link. You should apply to other positions, which may be of interest to you." Oh, yeah, they didn't even say, oh, they said I was referred, but then they didn't even call me. So sad. I don't care. I didn't want to work for the CDC anyways. Um, uh, scores deleting a bunch of emails. I get so many emails. Like I don't even get notified of all the emails that I get. Like it'll give me a select couple, and then so people are always like, "Oh, did you check your email?" I'm like, "Oh, no," because I get so much junk mail. It's ridiculous that I just stopped checking my email because there was no point. Okay. All right, back to the show. What's going on? But yes, like I was saying, there's no perfect time. Oh, where are we? I thought we were all the way up here. I think we are. Um, yeah, so this is I still need to figure out the delay and the latency with this is so bad. Oh man, did I miss something else? Of course you did. Dang it. Um, oh wait, no, I did see that. Yeah, due to me starting extremely late, this will probably end up being a really short stream. Well, I said really short, it's already an hour. But again, I only have about 30 minutes left on this one, and then in another 30 minutes I'll pop over and I'll start my other one. Hmm. We'll just move that back there so that we can see everything, and if we see any trades we'll be taking them. But again, we're back on the M and Q and Y because I realized I do not have any confidence when it comes to entering. I get scared. So in order to uh boom, hmm, in order to work on my fear of entries, I will be on the 1 minute. Oh, sorry, the 1 minute. I'll be on the MNQ, and I'll be trading no more than two contracts. So that's $1 per. Oh, there's news. Aha. Okay, so there's news. Jobless claims at 7:30. Oh, Watson's. Okay. But yeah, we're gonna be on the MNQ on the and we're just practicing entering trades. That's all. That is all, folks. Oh, let me put this back on the chart actually. I forgot. Okay, so yes, we're sweeping buy side liquidity. That's what I thought. That's why I was like, I need to put that back on there because there's two. There's one here and an overbought signal. So prime zone to buy from, also prime zone to sell, continue selling. And this is kind of an area where it could go one way or the other. If you're gonna buy, it would probably be somewhere down here. If you're gonna sell, you want to sell when it comes back up here. Because we're sweeping that liquidity. So it's sweeping that liquidity. Is that? No, that's two. So there's one here. That other green line doesn't count. But yeah, there's some here and there. That's where it's sitting. And so coming back up. And I want to think this is a buy. Because we did come above and there is some divergence. Said some. So between here, especially here, let me drop this down so we can see it. So from here where we started, it's about 390 and the highest it went was about 436, and then we're at 263. So we've lost some momentum as we've come up. So this is a good zone to sell from, right? And we have come back up close to VWAP, but we haven't gotten there yet. Yeah, this is gonna be an either or kind of a day, kind of a zone. So it's like either it's gonna buy or it's gonna sell right here. Because we're dancing around on this and it's like, what's it gonna do? What is it going to do? Because I'm not entering because I don't know, because there is some sort of divergence as we have come up to VWAP. Oh look, so yeah, there was some sort of divergence as we came up to VWAP, and so it was looking like, okay, we want to sell, but you'd want to hit that sell when we're up here, or even when it popped up here. And obviously now it's too late, but there was that divergence. I just wasn't sure because we swept this and then we were right in the middle, and then it had that rejection, that doji candle right there. So that was saying to me, and watch it just sell, 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 sell. That's insane. Yeah, I'm not gonna lament over that one. I did not know what to do with that. So now we're sweeping, trying to sweep sell side. So it looks like we're sweeping this one off. Maybe we'll try to come sweep this. And there's one down here as well. You know, I did not know what this one was gonna do, because I'm like, we're right up at view, we're getting close to VWAP. We've lost some momentum. It's looking like a sell, but it could also just rejection, and that could also be some sort of a play to buy as well. But just based off of divergence, that would have been a nice sell. And also we do have quite a bit of sell side liquidity to come back and sweep, so that's valid. But yeah, I did not know which direction to enter that trade, because I'm like, at this point it could do either or, and I wouldn't have wanted to enter a sell here, just because if we try to spike and sweep this again, right? And if you even look back, Yeah, there is no, like, we're right at the top. So this could have been us, that could have been the final sweep for us to go lower. But again, you don't really know that, do you? Nope. Exactly. You can't really know. But that's one that I was like, wait, what's it gonna do? Um, but see, the reverse is true for that also, right? If you don't know what it's gonna do, you can just enter, and then it's a 50-50. But a spike down like that, again, there's gonna be slippage, especially with stupid top step. Because I noticed yesterday that their candles don't actually measure up. Like, for example, look at where the high is right here. So the high is at 908.50. If you go here, the high is 909. So that one's not as high. And yesterday I noticed that the spikes were higher than they were over on TradingView. But for some reason I don't know. I don't know why there'd be that stark of a difference. But yeah, that was a good one. Got froze up a little there just because I was not certain, was not certain what we were trying to do because we swept both of them, and then I seen that little rejection. I'm like, hmm, hmm, hmm. Hollow candles. I just wanted to see what it looked like on here. I'm not switching anything, just looking. Should we swept this? So we got about 17 minutes left of this stream, and then it'll be, hey buddy, then we'll go get some breakfast, and then I need to go to the store, but I'll probably go after like the kids go to school because I don't want to go with all the school buses and all the cars. Everybody's on the road. No, thank you. So we'll go after that. I honestly think we were trying to sweep all of that. Let me throw that on. Oh, it's not gonna show me. It's like, nope. Yeah, maximum number of studies per chart session has been reached. So when I hide them, it can't tell. But like when I try to put an extra thing on, it's like, nope, can't do it. Because I'm not paying for the premium version. Oh, speaking of paying for premium versions, I need to go figure out how to cancel mine. Yeah, yesterday I was talking about how the depth of market um is manipulated, and so I was like, if depth of market is manipulated, like highly manipulated, why do I have it on my chart? I like it because I feel like it helps when I'm trading um the Nikkei specifically, but for these ones, no. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, cool. I just got rid of my level. Okay. I just got rid of my level 2 market data because I'm like, eh. And it's basically just it's the depth of market, which it's showing more information here. So if you only have the level 1, you'll probably get like a few of these. You're not gonna get all of this, but it doesn't really mean anything if it's all being manipulated, you know? Yeah. Yep. News happens right there. We trying to sweep it? Come on. Yeah, I think for this one, now that I'm thinking about it for 2 seconds, I think what happened, Divergence said Lizzie, and that sweep said sell, right? But for some reason, I guess I expected it to do something completely different than what it was saying it should have done, right? Because Divergence said, sorry, but yeah, it's like Divergence as we come back up to VWAP and we lost that momentum, said, okay, we're selling, right? We swept 2 buy side liquidities. Okay, we should be selling. But then I was like, what? Wait a second. What if it doesn't? So yeah, questioned the plan. Yeah, I was hesitant because I was like, yes, even though, what if it does something erratic and does the opposite, right? Because there's always those times where you're like, what if it does the opposite? But, I think at that point, you just have to be like, okay, if it does the opposite, it does the opposite. You can't change it. So that's what we're gonna do. My Sky News Australia. I don't know why I listen to my news from Australia, but like, I like their hosts. They're funny. But this, I always get notifications, and this one says, Donald Trump demands public apology from radical left bishop, which I saw that bishop, what she was saying. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't listen to the whole thing, but I'm just like, okay. Uh, yeah, definitely shook a lot of people up. Is this really live? Sometimes I get things that say this is live, but I swear they're all just AI created accounts because there's no way. This one says Trump ends gender debate. Signs executive order. There are only two genders. Thank you, sanity. Gosh. Mm, nice. Almost there. 8 minutes. Oh, what's this? It says the title of this video is Trump voter loses 1 million of his grandpa's money by it looks like he bought a bunch of 1,000 contracts, $7 of the Trump. Is that the Trump coin? It looks like he did good. I don't know what that video was. Didn't look like he lost it because it looks like he bought it at $7 and it when I bought it was at 50. Then it went down to like 40 or 30 or something. But if you bought it when it was like $7 or even a dollar, you would be golden right now. But yeah, it literally after the inauguration it crashed. So what can you do? Yeah, it was bound to as well. I think that this is the hype, but yeah, it crashed after that. My Pepe coin is not doing so well. Come on, Pepe. Yeah, the best one's probably be my XRP, um, my Doge coin. Oh, Cardano went down a lot. Yeah, but no, 5 minutes. Come on. What's it doing? It's consolidating after that huge move down. Mm-hmm. They were. More news that I'm getting. That was 2 days ago. It says utter shambles. Joe Biden and Kamala Harris booed at Trump's inauguration. They don't. They look sad. Um. Gosh. But yeah, no, I think like this is a lot less stress, just lowering size for certain. No, I'm lost without you. Come on. 40 seconds. And maybe even if I'm not, I don't know. I was gonna say maybe if I'm not live, I could still like record, be at least recording. And drop, perhaps? Wait for it, wait for it. I don't know, there's just so much buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity down below. Come on. We're doing that. Okay, now it's now. Now. Oh, dang it. Spike to the top, to the bottom. Let's go. Don't worry, only 15 seconds. It's in. Let's go. Okay, it's not an insane candle. It's not like what happened before when it went off the screen entirely and you're just like, what? Yeah. Let me swip that again. There was nothing left to sweep unless it thought there was. Punching to the sky. Dropping. Nope, just kidding. Ah, it created. It was creating some buy side liquidity. And then it went away. Interesting. All right, so we'll move this to this day. Now we're coming down. Now, if you notice, we got that overbought signal, but yeah, I was getting a little too hasty with that button yesterday. So, but yeah, the goal is to, oh, let me create some buy side liquidity. Try to come back up and sweep that. But yeah, it's all about trying to get good entries. Trying to get those corrections. Like we're looking for the market. So we're projected off of buy side liquidity, and that's where VWAP is as well. And I think an overbought might form as also. Maybe. And I'm lost without you. Okay. Oh, wow. Yeah. It's okay. It's okay. No, but the whole goal for this is we're trying to look for like sniper type entries where we could just get in, boom, get in, hold it for like a minute, two, three, five, no more than 10, and then just be out, right? That's what we're looking for. That's the goal. That's the goal. Because if we can get sniper entries, right, then ooh, are we gonna sweep it? And oh, dang it, we missed one. Um, Coming back down for more. Let's go. We got all that to sweep at least. And even with that, if I'm expecting that it's gonna sweep, it's like, oh, well, why don't you just enter a sell? Because I don't know if it's gonna do a double take back before it comes back down. And right now we're kind of in the middle, right? If you're gonna get in, it should have been up at the top, not right here. But there's still good potential for it to keep running. But again, we're looking for those sniper entries because if we can get those sniper entries, right, and just get our timing down, then I'm gonna feel a lot more confident when it comes to switching back over to those regular contracts. And I'm like, okay, I got my entries down pat on the micros. Let's do this. And then, it's not as stressful. Because when you consider that there's a trailing drawdown, basically what happened is I was up about 600 something something. So that's why my negative, if you look over here, right, it says negative. It's kind of hard to see. Maybe I can zoom in. Let's zoom in so everybody can see the sadness that is my account. I'm just kidding. Uh, Maybe I go here. Uh, might just say negative 400. What? Um, so my balance was up here at 625. So when that happened, so you're always trailing 2000, right? So you're always, and the reason why this dropped was because of a Nikkei trade, but you're always trailing 2000 until you reach 2000 and then it stops at zero. So what happened was it trailed up. So I was up 625, but then when I lost and I went down to negative 221 or whatever, right? When I went down, then what happened was my balance. So when it's a trailing stop, consider, yeah. It's kind of hard to explain. How can I explain this? Hey, little buddy. I'm trying to explain something here. Okay, so let's bring our trusty calculator, okay? I'm not worried about what's going on over there just because it is um it's kind of trappy, so we're not trading that. Okay, so let's clear this off. All right, so let's say that your trailing is $2,000, right? And then you make $600, right? But technically, you didn't make $600 because you're still trailing. So when you make $600, so let's say your account balance starts at 50,000 because it's a $50,000 account. You make $625, okay? You make $625. Then let's say okay, so you made $625. What that means is instead of making $625, so let's subtract 625 from that. Instead of making 625, that means your maximum that your account can't go below. So let's say it's 2,000, right? So that means because you have a $2,000 trailing drawdown. So that means your account can't go below $48,000, right? So then you make 600. So that means your account now can't go below it can't go below $48,625 now, right? That's what your account can't go below. If you make an additional, let's say you're not in any drawdown, right? You make an additional, so you've totally made $1,600 on the account, right? So you've made a total of $1,625, right? So that means now your account can't go below 49, etc. So what that means is, let's say on the next day that you trade, you lose, let's say you lose $1,800, which is a lot. Why did you lose that much? Okay, you lose $1,800. So now your account is at, sorry, okay, so you lose $1,800, right? But you didn't actually lose, right? Because let's say this, it was 49,625, right? Which means that you were technically up 51,625, right? Because that's only your trailing drawdown. So you were up this. Then you lose $1,800, right? So now, because you're at 49,825 and what you could lose was 49,625, that means you only have $200 left to lose. So it's trailing you for the money that you make. So if you make $2,000, so let's say you make $1,900, right? That means your account balance can't go below, I think it's like 49,900 or something like that, right? You can't go below that. And so you have basically that much to lose. And so if you start losing, let's make it a little easier. Let's say in my case, right, I had 56.25 and then I lost 500 and then I lost, let's say 200, right? Okay. So now my account is 49,925, right? So basically all that is saying is that basically what all that is saying is that whatever you make, you can't then go lose that and still have 2,000 left to lose, right? Because with a 50K account, you can't go below 4,800. So you can't, for example, make 2,000, you can't, let's say 2,000, let's say you can't go make $1,000 and then lose that $1,000, because then it's not like, oh, I made 1,000 but then I lost 1,000 so it's all good. No, because actually you made 1,000 and so you're trailing. It doesn't mean that you now have $3,000 to work with. You still only have two. So if you lose that 1,000, then you're down. So you might actually go right back to having 50K, but now instead of being able to lose 48 up to down to 48, now you can only lose down to 49. So that trailing drawdown will get you. Um, it doesn't move with you. So let's say you took a trade and it was a losing trade and you lost $1,000. Your loss does not now go down to 47. Like it doesn't move. It just goes up and up and up, and then eventually it stops at 50. So um so for that, because my, and now you can't see it, but because my balance, and now you can't even see it, but because my balance here, hey, what? Gosh. Okay, I don't know why I have to do that. But anyways, because my balance here is negative, 103, and the most I can lose is negative 370, right? I only have um like $1,200 to lose. And so yeah, that again, a good reason to go back to the micros is to help kind of build a buffer or something that I can work with a little bit more.
You guys the game, showing you or telling you.
Yeah, I watched some of these videos of like people uh this one guy, he'll react to people like trading, and they'll like talking about like the harsh reality of being a trader. And honestly, it is hard. Like it actually is. It's not all glamorous as and easy as people make it seem to be. Like, oh, all you have to do is just, click some buttons and you're making thousands of dollars. You see all these videos and people, they're making they're making thousands and thousands a day, and it's like, oh, okay, I could do that too. Well, that's not so bad. But it's really hard. And I think there's a lot of, I don't know, there's almost like this hype around it, that it's this really fun, really cool, exciting thing. And it's like, sometimes trading's kind of boring. I mean, I don't find it boring, but you're staring at a chart, or and then it's the psychology. It's like, like back here, like, oh, why didn't I get in that trade and stuff? And then you got to deal with the losses. And then the wins, honestly, I feel like wins will destroy you more than the losses, because the losses, you're like, you're building up your confidence. You're like, okay, I can deal with this, I can deal with this. But then you get a win and all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, it's finally paid off. I've made it. And then you get back in and it's like, oh, just kidding. And it messes with your psychology. And so yeah, it's definitely difficult, and it's not what um what people portray it to be, as just I just made five. And I'm not saying people don't just make 5 grand in a day. I mean, my brother, he's made 5 grand in a day. um I mean, I've made just about 5 grand in a day, but then I lost it just like that, same couple of minutes, and it was gone. you know, and same for him, he'll make 5 grand in a day and then lose it the next day, lose it all. So, yeah, people will post their wins, they'll post their good days and their highlights, and it makes other traders, if you're new starting out, it'll make you feel like, I'm not being successful, I'm a failure, I can't do this, blah blah blah, like why can't I win? And it's like, that's the thing, the people that are posting their wins, they're just posting their wins. They post the one win that they had. They don't. And a lot of people will cut out their P&L with their total overall account balance, but it's like, um they're posting the win, the one win, the two wins that they had that day, when there were, 10 losses that preceded that. And maybe not everybody, but I'm saying it does happen, especially people who are wanting to be like trading gurus, and they want to, be popular. It's like, well, people don't want to see someone losing. They want to see you winning, because that's the whole thing with trading is that, you want to see other people winning because it inspires you to win as well. I think a little bit of both is healthy. You got to see the wins, but you also have to see the losses, because at the end of the day, there is both of everything. And yeah, it's there's a little bit of everything, and honestly there's more losses than you're gonna have wins, but it's about managing those losses and just not letting other people get to your head, you know, because they will. They 100% will. They will get to your head and you'll think, "Oh my gosh, I should be like them. I should be successful like them. Why can't I be successful?" And then you start hopping from strategy to strategy, you try to do what they do, and then you realize, that doesn't work for me. And then you try to switch up all of these other things. And sometimes you just have to tune out the noise. Seriously, just tune out the noise, because there's a lot of noise. Because trading, they call it an industry, and they call it that for a reason. It's because so many people are out there, and I gotta say, for lack of a better words, they're preying on these beginners, on these newbies. Like they're just preying on you. They want your money. They And you don't know enough to know, oh, I shouldn't be, you know, buying these courses that cost hundreds, and some of them I've seen cost a couple $1,000s or more for a course. And it's like, oh, I'll teach you everything I know. Look, and then they'll show you like their P&L and be like, look, I made $100,000. I made, 200, $300,000 last year. And so buy my course and I'll teach you everything I know. And it's like, And but then they say, I taught myself this, or, my uncle taught me this, or my friend taught me this, or somebody taught me for free, but now I'm gonna charge you like a couple grand to teach you what I know. And it's like, hmm, right? And these newbie traders, they come in and they're like, oh, well, I want to learn. I want to learn so I can make that money. And a lot of people will say, copy and paste success. That's a term that I heard frequently from some of these people that, I still watch their videos, but they'll say, why, spend all these years, like, oh, I spent all these years learning about trading and all this stuff, so why would you want to, spend all that time and all that heartache when you could just, follow me, buy my course, oh, it doesn't have to be my course, but you should learn from somebody, right? Kind of this feigning sincerity, like, oh, I'm not trying to take your money, I just want to help you, right? And then people buy into that and they think, oh, they're being sincere, they're just trying to help me. They're not even trying to sell me anything, but they really are. And so a lot of newbie traders will come in and they'll start buying courses. They'll start, yeah, they'll start buying, all of the stuff that they don't need, and they think it'll help them. And the only real thing that's going to help them learn to trade is by just doing it. Sit at the charts, spend the time, learn to trade, right? Learn the charts, understand how the market's moving. And a lot of the information, you can get it out for free online. on YouTube is your best friend. And there are some, some books that'll help you with like psychology and things like that. But again, all of this information is free. And these trading gurus, these people, these scammers, they'll say, I'm offering you something else that you can't get anywhere else, right? Like, and then they always put the same label. This is the only blank you'll ever need. Seriously, the only indicator you'll ever need, the only course you'll ever need, the only chart patterns you need to know, the only this, fill in the blank. And they'll say it's the only one you'll ever need. And I'm like, I commented on one of these people's videos. I was like, why do you guys always say the same thing? That's the only thing you'll ever need. And they replied, they were like, because it is the only thing you'll ever. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like, oh, like seriously, like there are so many things and everything. Like a lot of things work and none of them work that well. Like it's like if there was one method that was perfect, then everyone would use that method. But that's the thing. There are a lot of methods and all of them work to some degree. Most of them, a lot of them, some more than others, but they all work to some degree, but never to this level of perfection that that you think, right? And it's like, oh, if I just do what this person says, I'll be successful too. If I just buy their course of, the only trading course I'll ever need, well, how do you know which one that is? Is it this? Is it the person A's trading course, person B's trading course? So how do you tell who's better? Maybe you look at their P&L. Who has more money? Who made more money this year? Who has more McLarens or Aston Martins or Lamborghinis? Who has more cool cars, right? Um, and who has a Bugatti and who doesn't? Well, that person has Bugatti, so they're probably doing a little better in their trading journey. So probably gonna follow them. Like seriously, that is that's it's like that's what how people get you, right? They make trading this lifestyle, like the lifestyle, right? Look at me, I'm traveling. Look at me, I have all this money. Look at me, I have all these cool cars. I have this really nice house, right? And I'm so, sincere and humble, and I'm not trying to sell you anything. And that's how they sell you, right? Like, isn't the best way to get someone to buy something is to not tell them that you want them to buy something, but tell them, hey, I don't, hey, I value your time. I value like your money, like you have a budget. I don't want to sell you anything. And what does that make you do, right? It makes you trusting, right? Because then you're like, oh, this person's actually looking out for me. And when you think someone's looking out for you, you're more likely to want to buy from them, right? If someone's just like hassling you and they're all just like, buy this, do that, blah, 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 you're going to be kind of put off by it. And they're going to try to pressure you into buying. It's going to make you not want to buy unless you have a really weak mindset, right? Most likely you're not going to buy because you're going to be like, this person's just hounding me. I don't like this, right? It's kind of the same thing. It's like if this person is just harassing you, like you're not going to want to buy a course from them. But these people in this trading industry that it's called, they'll say, oh, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I just want you to be successful. You don't have to buy my course. You know, and then they'll say, oh, I'm offering these things on YouTube for free. You don't even need to buy my course, right? But it's gonna help you more. But you can just watch all my videos. They're all free. I'm gonna give you a lot of good information. And then you think, oh, this person's really sincere. This person seems to know what they're talking about. This person's really well spoken. They're not even trying to take my money. You know what? Huh. I think I wanna buy their course. Like that's part of the sales pitch is to be nice, to tell you that they don't want your money so that you just give it to them willingly, right? And so yeah, no, it's 100% just a scammy world. And if you're a newbie trader, you're gonna get sucked in so fast because there's so much information. You're like, what do I do? I don't know what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. And then your first instinct is, well, let me just buy a course. That'll help me because it takes out a lot of the noise. You're not getting all this noise. You're getting one person's specific noise, but you're not getting everybody's noise. So, and I get that. Like I totally get that, but because I was in the same place where I wanted to buy a course from one of these people, and I was like, they seem really sincere and all that, and so I was like, yeah, but I almost bought into that gimmick of, oh, they're really sincere, maybe I should buy from them, and that's exactly what they want is for that. And so they're just selling a lifestyle to you. They're selling their sincerity to you. They're selling that they care about you and your trading journey. But really, if they actually cared, right, about you as an individual, why? And I ask this, right, to myself, and I tell this to other people who are like, oh, should I buy a course? If these people, right, that you follow and they're on YouTube and they're giving out all this free advice because they really want to help you, and they're really great talkers, and they want to help you, and they're so nice, right? If they really wanted to help you and they're so successful at trading that they're making all of this money, why are they charging so much money for these courses? Why? Like seriously, why? Here's the thing. People who are charging money for trading, either one actually, this is the biggest thing, right? And I think this has been said before, and it's also and so this is a well I think this is a pretty well-known saying, but what's the easiest way to make money? Question. What's the easiest way to make money? To tell people how to make money. That's the easiest way to make money. All these people, right? Everyone wants to get rich fast. Everyone wants to make a quick buck. Period. Okay? Period. Everybody wants to make money. But here's the thing, what's the easiest way to do that? If you don't know how, right? All you have to do is pretend that you do. Just pretend that you know how. That's all. If you can tell other people how to make money, they'll buy your course, right? And if you can sell it, they're more likely to buy it. If I tried to selling a course about how to trade, looking at my numbers, people will be like, we don't want to learn from you. You have like a negative $100 in your account. We don't want to learn from you, right? You took like what, 2 payouts last year? We don't want to learn from you, right? But then um you see someone in there, they're driving in their Lamborghini. Little do you know, it's rented. They rented it, but they're driving around in it. They're taking pictures. You take a little photo shoot. Guess what? Guess what? You're like, huh, this person must be successful. This person's chilling at their friend's mansion, and they take some pictures of the mansion or any mansion that they're in, right? That they're visiting. Maybe they're staying at an Airbnb, but guess what? You see a mansion, you think, this person must be successful. Okay. They take pictures of them on top of a rooftop somewhere in some other country, and it's like, this person must be successful. They're living that life. They're living that dream. They're traveling. I want to do that, right? Are you gonna buy a course from someone who's just sitting in their room in their little office, and they made a couple $100 that day? Are you gonna buy a course from someone who you see Lamborghinis, mansions, I don't know, a Rolex, traveling? Maybe they're taking videos. They're first class in a plane. Who are you gonna buy a course from? You're gonna buy a course from the person who looks successful. People don't have to actually be good at trading to sell you trading. Period. They don't have to, right? All they're doing is selling you that lifestyle of look at me, you could do this too. All you have to do is buy my course. But then they don't tell you just to buy their course, but you're obviously going to want to if you see that they're successful and they're not trying to force me to buy anything. Maybe I do want to buy their course, right? That's the scam. And it's like, and the biggest scam of all, right? Not even just trying to sell you the lifestyle and all of that. The biggest scam of all is that the only way you can learn to trade is by doing it, right? You can't have somebody holding your hand every step of the way, telling you what to do, all of this stuff, right? The only way you can learn to trade and get good at trading is by doing it. And so for someone to come on the internet and say, hey, if you buy this course, it'll really drastically increase your trading and your profits and all of that, right? Guess what? That person is lying, because here's the thing, and they're only lying to the newbies, right? Because me, as someone who's been trading for going on a year, not quite a year yet, guess what? I know the only way that I'm going to ever get to where I need to be is by just showing up every single day and doing this, right? Every single day, getting better, practicing, building confidence, right? That's the only way, right? And learning the market and market structure, right? That's the only way that I'm going to get good. And everything I need to know about market structure and all of this stuff, all of that information is free on YouTube. Guess what? I know that when someone says that the only way you're going to be successful is by buying a course, I know that is 100% a flat out lie. It is a flat out lie. And the only people that are going to believe that is someone who's new. And so basically it's like these people, they're online and they're preying on these newbies and saying, oh, all you need is this, and they're just flat out lying to you. Like, they're flat out lying to you, because that's not going to make you successful. And another thing, again, another trader that I listen to and I watch, they're like, um, oh, buy this course. And I read the fine print, like their disclaimers, their legal that they have to say, right? And in the disclaimer, uh, basically what it said was, all of our clients have seen amazing results, but just because they have doesn't mean that you will, right? Even though it's a great even though we have great information, and even though no one's failed, it takes hard work, and we can't promise results if you don't do the work, basically. So basically what they're saying is everyone that buys this course is successful, but you can't sue us if you're not successful, because we'll just say that you didn't put in the work that you were supposed to. That's what they're saying, right? Is that everyone who's successful are the people who put in the work. And if you don't put in the work, right? And if you're not successful, that means you didn't put in the work, period, right? And so I just thought it was interesting that they have this course, and they have all of these testimonies and all of these 5-star reviews, and oh, this is the best thing ever, and it's changed my trading, and they're like, oh yep, buy this course, buy it. But then in the fine print they say, if you're not successful, it's your fault, right? And that's the thing. That's the truth, is that if you're not successful trading, it is 100% on you. And again, if you're successful trading, it's also 100% on you. Nobody can give you a shortcut to success. You have to put in the work. And so for them to sell a course saying, we can make you successful, but it's your fault if you're not successful, it's like, no, it's on you if you're successful, it's on you if you're not successful, right? You have to take responsibility both ways. And it's like, so you're basically, again, the lies, the manipulation of that. It's like trying to sell this success to people. Hey, we can give you success, but also it's not our fault if you fail. It's all up to you, basically. And it's like, no, right? You can't, no one can give you that success that you're looking for, right? they can help guide you, but ultimately, and like that's what they said in the disclaimer, ultimately it is up to you. But then again, if it is up to you, then why does how is this course helpful, right? if if I have still have to do the work, why am I still buying this course? What is the value? What more am I getting that I can't get for free online? And that's the thing, they'll say, oh, you can get a lot of good resources online, but then they also will throw in that you get what you pay for, right? So do you want free resources, or do you want resources that cost money? It's worth more. They basically say the more money that a course costs, the higher value it is. So if something costs you $2, right, versus something that costs you $100, which one has more value, right? And that's the thing. That's the thing. That's uh it just makes me so mad. Like I could rant about it for so long because it's just so infuriating, because it's like they're preying on the people who, and that's why so many people quit. It's because it's like they get preyed on by all of these so-called gurus, these trading gurus that are supposed to help them, and they're really just there to take your money, honestly, because I guarantee you most of them, or a lot of them, aren't even good at trading. They don't even know what they're doing. They're just selling you the lifestyle, selling you, hey, I can help you become rich, but they really can't, right? And it's like they package it. And this one YouTuber, like that video I was just watching, he's the day trading addict or whatever, and he was one of the first people I was watching. But he would say like, oh, you have to invest in yourself, right? Invest in yourself, invest in your education, right? You don't have to buy my course, but you should invest in yourself. And I almost wanted to buy his course, and then I looked at the price tag and I was like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, no. And that's the thing. It's like it's imagine, okay, this is a scammer, okay? Imagine that you go to Little Caesars, okay? I don't like Little Caesars. I think they have like the lowest quality pizza, right? But their pizza's also super cheap. It's like $5 compared to like if you go to Domino's or something, it's a little more expensive. But if you think about it this way, right? You go to Domino's or Little Caesars or whatever, and you're like, okay, I want this. Let's say you want a $10 pizza. You're like, okay, this is a $10 pizza. It's pretty good, okay? Then you go to this fancy restaurant, and they sell you this pizza, and it tastes exactly the same. There's all the same ingredients, and you're like, this pizza is very similar to that other pizza that was $10, but this pizza over here is, you know, is like a $50 pizza. That's insane. So basically, when you buy a $50 pizza, you're expecting, okay, this is going to be really good pizza. Really good pizza, okay? It's going to be amazing. But then basically, what they've done is they've taken a $10 pizza, they've repackaged it, they put it in a fancy little box and said, aha, this is fancy pizza. You got to pay more money for it, but it's going to be worth it. So then the people buy that pizza and then they eat it and they're like, wait a second. This pizza tastes just like that last. It tastes like the last one I had. It's not any special, but because they got sucked into the little guru cult, basically what happens is they're like, well, I bought it. I spent all this money on it. So now I kind of have to say good things about it. Otherwise, I look stupid for buying it in the first place, right? Because a lot of times that'll happen. It's like people will actually be like, crap, I have to say how good it is, because if I don't, then I look stupid because I bought it, right? And just imagine that. Like, think about that. Like, if you buy something thinking, okay, this is pretty decent. Then you're like, wait a second, this is actually kind of garbage. But now you spent so much money on it, you have to say how good it is. Like if you spent a bunch of money on to buy a brand new car, then you realize, shit, this is kind of a garbage car. But you kind of have to talk it up, because otherwise people are like, damn, that person's an idiot. They bought a brand new car and it's kind of trash, right? So same kind of principle. It's like, okay. And these people, they'll buy these trading gurus courses, and it didn't help them, but they're in the comment section saying, oh no, it's so amazing. And you're just like, tell me that you're not regretting wasting your money by without telling me that you're regretting wasting all of your money, right? And yeah, some of the people who are most persistent in the comments section are the people who are probably hurting the most from how they've been scammed, and they're kind of too ashamed to say I've been scammed. But yeah, it's sad. It's really sad because you see these people and they present as being so authentic and genuine and really nice and helpful, and it's like, oh, they just want to help everybody. And then if you try to call them out, then everyone's like, oh, you're just unsuccessful, you're not, like, you're not a good trader, you're just saying that because you're jealous. And it's like, what? I have nothing to gain from saying anything about them, right? Like, I have nothing to gain by saying don't buy people's courses, right? If someone's telling you, if someone's online religiously saying don't buy these people's courses, it's not going to help you. If someone's online religiously just saying don't do it and they're not selling anything, I have more reason to believe them because there's no paywall to their advice, right? They're not saying, oh, I have more good tips and tricks on how to avoid scammers. All you have to do is join my, and then price tag. There's a price tag on everything, right? These really small content creators, right? They have nothing to gain, right? Nothing to gain, right? And also, really nothing to gain, because when you're on YouTube and you're lying and you're posting all this glamorous life that you have, right? It's like, oh, um even then you get views, and when you get views, you get that YouTube money, right? So a lot of these people are making money off of YouTube as well, just by, again, selling the lifestyle. And they don't even have to sell it to you. They could still be um, making money simply by saying that they're making money. And then people follow them, people watch them, and then YouTube gives them money. So again, it's an industry because it's all about scamming and conning, and there's so few people that are actually fake, because the people that are real, the people that are out here and they're actually just trading, they're just living their lives. They're not out here trying to sell a course. They're out here just doing their thing. They're just trading. They're just traders. They're not out here selling courses and trying to teach anything and all of that stuff. And hey, I'm not even out here trying to sell anything either. I literally, this is just for myself, to help with consistency, because I suck at consistency. And so this is for me to help with my consistency, help me get some confidence, and then also to be recording some of these so that when I do take trades, I can post them. And yesterday I did make a post, and I posted I took two losses and a win, and I posted the loss. I didn't find the other loss because it was like a long 5.5 hour stream. But yeah, I posted the loss and I posted the win, and it's like, and it wasn't even that much. You can see my P&L, you can see my total balance. Like, yeah, nothing to hide there. Again, it's not for anybody else. It's for myself and for my own sake. And so again, beware, buyer beware, and please don't buy people's stuff. It's just like, I'm saying that as someone who almost got scammed. I told my mom about trading, and she was asking me like, oh, what course should I buy? I need to invest in my trading journey. I'm like, no, stop, don't buy anyone's courses, please. Okay, just don't do that. um you know because it's no, that's what they make you think. And you might be trading for a month, you might be trading for a week, but at some point during your trading journey, I bet every single person has said to themselves, I need to buy a course. And I'll bet a lot of you did. But again, if you need someone to tell you how to trade, then ooh, you're gonna have problems, period. Are we coming back down to sweep this finally? Oh gosh. But yeah, I'm gonna end this live stream, and then, well, I'll just have my other one going, my other passive stream going, and then yeah, because I'm a lot over the time, but was going on a nice little rant about buyer beware. Don't buy people's stuff. Okay, that's all I have to say about it. Don't buy people's garbage courses, okay? They're just gonna give you the same information that's on YouTube, and they're just gonna repackage it and make it look, put it in a fancy box, call it $50 pizza, but you know what? It's still Little Caesars, okay? Still just Domino's. It's not worth that $50. Um, okay. But yeah, we'll keep this will stay up and we'll just switch over to my other stream. But yep, and that rant